Bhaktivinoda Swami Shubhamar ki jai. Anant Guru Vaishnavindi ki jai. Shri Hare Rasa ki jai. Go Vimanande. So today's class will be given by His Grace, Sugati Achyuta Prabhu ki jai.
Move this first one.
Hare Krishna. So everyone can turn around to this side. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So maybe we can come closer, that would be better. And we will be sharing one bhajan. We will start our class with this bhajan, which is written by Govindas Avirati. That bhajau me mana Srinathanandana abhay charanara vindre. So we can open that bhajan from the WhatsApp group. Bhajavure mana Shri Nandanandana abhaya charanara vindare. Bhajavure mana Shri Nandanandana abhaya charanara vindare. Bhajavure mana Shri Nandanandana abhaya charanara vindare. Padake Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. So, I just started with this bhajan because this is a very nice bhajan. And we will now read the translation of the bhajan. That how important is for us to choose this path of devotional service. So we will read it now. O mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, who makes one fearless, having obtained this rare human birth, cross over this ocean of worldly existence to the association of saintly persons. Both in the day and night, I remain sleepless, suffering the pains of the heat and cold, the wind and the rain. For affection of flickering happiness, I have uselessly served wicked and miserly men. But the assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members. The life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hare. It is the desire and great longing of Govindadas to engage himself in the 9 processes of Bhakti, namely hearing the glories of Lord Hare and chanting those glories, constantly remembering him and offering prayers to him, serving the Lord's lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as a servant, worshipping him with flowers and incense, and so forth, serving him as a friend and completely offering the Lord one's very self. So, actually, this bhajan is not directly linked with our today's class. I just took this bhajan just for us to get that, understanding how important for all of us is to take up this devotional service. But currently, the time which is we are in, the month which is going nowadays, is called as Purushottam month, which is very auspicious. And all those 9 processes which are explained or which are being sung in this bhajan, if we do even any one of them for this 1 month, we will get more and more kinds of benefit in this auspicious month. And it has been told that if we do anything auspicious or related to devotional service in this month, we get 1000 times more benefit. So we will take one verse which we usually recite in this holy month of Purushottam month. This verse, which is from Brihad Naradiya Puran, and many acharyas suggested us to recite this verse every day. Maybe we can recite after I will recite, like you all can repeat. Govardhan Dharam Vande, Gopalam Goparupinam, Gokulotsavam Ishanam, Govindam Gopika Priyam, Vande Navaghana Shyamam, Vibhujam Muralidharam, Pitambaradharam Devam, Saradham Purushottamam. So this verse is basically glorifying the form of Purushottam, form of Lord Krishna, which is called as Purushottam. So I will read the meaning of this verse. I bow to the lifter of Govardhan, to Gopal, who has assumed the form of a cowherd, to the delight of Gokul, the Supreme Lord, to Govinda, beloved of the gopis. I bow to the dark-hued one, like a fresh rain cloud, the 2-armed bearer of the flute, the divine one clad in yellow garments, the Supreme Person together with Radha, from Purushottam, Maas of the Naradiya Puran. So, we recite this verse every day, so we just recite it now, so that whatsoever we will be hearing and discussing in this class, we will be able to understand that and get some blessings of those glorification of Purushottam month, so that we will be able to do some auspicious activities in this holy month and get the desired success in devotional service. Okay. So before that, I will recite the invocation prayers. और मंगलाचरण ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिकाकांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धु वैष्णव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णमेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिते नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दीक्षादायिने So Hare Krishna. So today we will discuss about the glories of Purushottam month because we from the beginning of the month, from last week, we all are like suggesting in the groups and in the classes that this month is very holy and very auspicious. But whatever we do in this month, we will get the benefit. So, to understand that more deeply, or to have more faith in this month, or in this in these words that we will get the benefit, we need some pastimes or some stories from our scriptures that verifies this, that whatsoever we do in this holy month, we get very big mercy from Lord Krishna. And how does it's possible for any month to give us that much benefit? Okay, and how does this month appear basically? Anyone know like how it was appeared? Have heard about this pastime? Okay, maybe one or two devotees. So what happened? What is mentioned in Brihad Naradiya Purana? We know that there are several Puranas. 18 Puranas are there. 6 each for different gunas, dedicated to different gunas and their personalities. So what happens in terms of scientific calculations in our Vedic scriptures? We follow the calculation of lunar month. We calculate days as per moon. Okay, so we start our month from full moon to next full moon. Okay, by that way, and by each day passing, it brings a newer month. So same way, what happens? After every 32 months, we get one extra month which equalizes the solar calculation as well. Because sun is also moving, moon is also moving, we follow the moon calculation. So after every 32 months, extra days appears to balance out the solar month. So what happens that from sometimes in lunar month, few days get vanish, or we can say shortens. 2 tithis comes in one day, and sometimes even 3 tithis comes in 2 days. So by that way, in 32 months, new 30 days gets appeared like extra. So to accommodate that, the new month was introduced, known as Adhik Maas or extra month. So when this month appeared, the personified deity of that month, usually every month has their own personified personality. Like in Kartik month we have one personality, in Vaishak we have some personality. So these months also have their personification form in spiritual world. And same way, those months are dedicated to one form of Lord, or they are blessed with one incarnation or one demigod for that particular month. For example, if we start from Kartik month, which is Damodar month, right? There is one calculation which calculates 1 month starting from Margshish, like next month after Damodar, Keshav Maas. Like in Vaishnav way, Vedic way, we also follow that way, Keshav Maas, then Narayan Maas, then Madhav Maas, and then Govinda Maas, like that. And in Hindi calculation, we calculate like Vaisakh, Chaitra, Phagun, and then several other months. So, like Kartik is blessed with Lord Damodar, right? But this month, which was appeared as an extra month, which was called as Adhik Maas, was not blessed by any of the form of the Lord. So, when he was appeared as an extra month, every demigods discarded him as a personality. Everyone discarded him and said, "You are an extra month." Also, there is one thing that in every month, every lunar month, sun changes from one Rashi or one, in English, what is Rashi?
House.
In horoscope, we have sun sign and moon sign, right? So, sun changes from one sign to another sign, or the one Rashi to another Rashi, means planets, in planetary system. But in extra month, sun said, "I will not change my Rashi during this month because you are extra month." So in Purushottam month, sun never changes its Rashi. So there is no Sankranti. Many people are aware about Sankranti. What is Sankranti? Sankranti is when sun changes the Rashi. The most famous Sankranti is Makar Sankranti. That means sun enters into Makar Rashi. So it would be a bit difficult for few people to understand that, but we can just easily make it easy to understand it, that sun also changes its position, moon also changes its position. But in this extra month, sun said, whatsoever position I would be before this starting of the month, I will be in that only. I will not change because you are the extra month. So by that way, that personality of Adhik Maas was very unhappy. Okay, and he wanted to get some blessings from the Lord. So everyone said, we will not do any marriage in this month, we will not do any auspicious activity in this month, we will not buy a house, we will not enter new house. Okay, like that way. But what happens, then Lord Krishna blessed this month and gave his own name, which is Purushottam, means the best in all the Purush or the living beings. So Lord Krishna is the supreme personality, right? So he gave his own name to Purushottam and he said, like, you will get all the power which I have, even which I don't have. That means to bless anyone for my bhakti, my devotion. You can bless. Whosoever will observe anything in your month, you can bless him. I am giving you my powers. So we have heard about this, that this month have all this power, blessed by Krishna, got the name as Purushottam. But now we will hear how he got that blessings. Okay? Everyone understood till here? Yeah. So now it will be bit confusing. The story could be bit confusing. Please bear with me. I will repeat in between as well. What happens? We all know about this question which was asked by Parikshit Maharaj, that how a person or a living entity who is in this age of Kali can be liberated easily if you are describing that this Kali Yuga will be age of quarrels, age of miseries. Like Parikshit Maharaj is asking to Sugati Goswami. We all know that, right? About Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj is reciting the glories of Lord Krishna to Sugati Goswami is reciting the glories of Lord Krishna to Parikshit Maharaj and Sutta Goswami and other Goswamis on the bank of Ganga in Shukratal. So he said, Sukdev Goswami said, yes, Kali Yuga has so many difficulties and it's an age of quarrels. But there is one benefit, that whosoever will do Kirtan and take the holy names of Krishna, they will get liberated. Okay? How Sukdev Goswami got all this knowledge is from Vedas. Because he got all this knowledge from Vedas. Same way, Sutta Goswami, who was present there, he got this knowledge from Sugati Goswami and Ved Vyas as well, because Ved Vyas is also the guru of Suta Goswami. So, after hearing this glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam or Krishna from Sugati Goswami, Suta Goswami went to Naimisharanya. So, Suta Goswami went some other place called as Naimisharanya. There was so many rishis, thousands of rishis or sages are there. And when Suta Goswami reached there, they started asking for the blessings from Suta Goswami and asked so many different questions. Then Suta Goswami recited Srimad Bhagavatam. Also, they asked about that how living, and again the same question, that how the living entities of Kali Yuga can be liberated easily, and what they can do so that they will get those benefits which someone can get by doing so much austerity and penances in other yugas. So Suta Goswami said, okay, I will narrate you one very secretive pastimes of Krishna, how someone can be liberated more easily. Then he started reciting the pastimes and the glorification to Shaunakadi rishis. Okay, how we understood? Suta Goswami heard these story from Ved Vyas ji and Shukadeva Goswami ji, and now he is reciting at Naimisharanya to Shaunakadi rishis. Now, what he will say? He says, whatsoever I will tell you, I heard from Vyasadeva. Okay? This shows that always a bona fide guru always gives us the knowledge which he hears as it is from his gurus. He doesn't changes anything. That's why it is called as Evam Param Parapraptim. Okay? We have to always hear about the process by authentic bona fide spiritual master who have got this knowledge from their authentic gurus. So he says, one time what happens, this Narad Muni, who is the guru of, Narad Muni is the guru of Ved Vyas. So Ved Vyas told to Suta Goswami, and Narad Muni told to Ved Vyas. But Narad Muni, how Narad Muni got this knowledge? Narad Muni was roaming around this whole planets, and then he reached Badrinath Dham. Anyone know about Badrinath Dham? Badrinath Dham, Badri Kashram or Badrinath Dham in Uttarakhand in India. There is a Badrinath place where there is a temple of Naranarayan. Who is Naranarayan? Naranarayan is Vishnu and
Lakshmi.
any other guess?
Narayani.
Narayana.
Narayani.
Nara is Jiva Tattva, which is Arjun in the other form, and Narayan is Lord Narayan himself. So in Badrinath, Naranarayan, there are two mountain peaks as well, Naranarayan peak, and there is a temple. So Nara is Arjun and Narayan is Lord Vishnu himself, but in the form of Narayan Rishi, and who is always doing their austerity. For whom? For us, so that this whole planetary system will not be imbalanced by all those bad sins which all the living entities are doing, for us only. So one time Narad Muni reached to Badrinath Dham and got the opportunity to have darshan of Narayan Rishi. So what is the quality of a real devotee? When they approach or when they visit any other devotee, they always ask some questions which are beneficial for other living entities. Not like, okay, give me money, give me wealth, give me this, give me that. No. What we can do or what others can do, by that way they can achieve the devotional service, or by which they can have the love for Krishna. Same question Narad Muni asked to Narayan Rishi. So now Suta Goswami is reciting to Shaunakadi Rishi, which he heard from Vyasadeva, which he heard from Narad Muni, and Narad Muni is hearing from Narayan Rishi. Narayan Rishi said, okay, you are asking very nice question. I will explain you the glories of Purushottam month. By observance of this month, one can achieve desired success of Krishna plane, or one can have the perfection in their life of getting the love for Krishna, or getting the service in the lotus feet of Krishna. So Narayana Muni said, sorry my dear Lord, you just said Purushottam month. I never heard about this Purushottam month. What is that month? I only know about 12 months. Like Kartik month is very auspicious, we all observe that. But what is this Purushottam month? Narayan Rishi said, you don't know about Purushottam month? He said, no, I don't know about Purushottam month. He said, okay, I will tell you the story. So again, he will recite one more story. And he said, that is the same story which Lord Krishna recited to Yudhishthir and other Pandavas. So another level. I will request someone can repeat what are these levels? From where we started? No.
Sukdev Goswami too.
Yeah, we started with
Sukdev Goswami.
No, Suta Goswami ji reciting to Shaunakadi Rishi, which he heard from Vasudev, which he heard from Narad Muni, and Narad Muni is asking to Narayan Rishi, and Narayan Rishi is reciting the story which Lord Krishna himself is telling to Pandavas. So whenever we read about Ekadashi stories, we always hear about the conversation between Yudhishthir Maharaj and other Pandavas. Anyone read about Ekadashi stories? So that's a conversation between Yudhishthir. So here comes the same conversation. Why Lord Krishna always telling the stories to Yudhishthir and other Pandavas? Because they are the most dear devotees of the Lord. So that is the quality of a real devotee. Krishna always remembers their real devotees. You know, devotees always think about Krishna, and Krishna always thinks about the well-being of their devotee, his devotee. So he said, what happens? Lord Krishna once visited Pandavas in their Vanavas. When they were having their Vanavas, 14 years of exile in the forest, in Kamyavan Vrindavan. They were residing in, where they were residing? In Kamyavan Vrindavan. Vrindavan is not that far from Kurukshetra or Indraprasth. It's very near. So they went to Holy Dham. They were residing there in the forest of Kamyavan. And Lord Krishna went there. And when Lord Krishna saw that Pandavas are suffering, they became very thin, they are facing all such problems. He became very angry for Kauravas and specifically Duryodhana. But then Arjuna and Pandavas said, no, Lord, you are so merciful. Don't think much about it. Don't think much about him. We are okay. You are Kripa Nidhan. You give mercy to everyone. So give mercy to them as well. But he said, okay. But I will tell you one thing. Krishna said, I will tell you one thing which you all are not observing. That's why you all are suffering. But I want that you all should not suffer. So Pandavas said, oh my dear Lord, what do you want us to follow? Please tell us. He said, because you didn't follow the Purushottam month till now, that's why you are suffering. If you really want all your wealth and all your kingdom and everything back, you should observe this Purushottam month. They said, what is this Purushottam month? They also didn't know about it. So Lord Krishna said, okay, I will tell you about Purushottam month. That what happens, that one time when one extra month was created, that month was very sad because everyone abandoned him. So that month went to Vaikuntha Lok, okay, Vaikuntha, where Lord Vishnu resides. Because all the months are divine personalities, they can travel to any loka. You all are with me, right? Is anyone confused?
No.
If anyone confused, I can repeat in short. Okay. So that Lord Krishna is reciting the story that month went to Vishnu Loka in Vaikuntha and asked for blessings from Lord Vishnu. Oh Lord Vishnu, everyone is abandoning me. Now who will accept me, and how will people do anything in my period, in my tenure, and how will I get blessings? So Lord Vishnu, when he was crying in front of Lord Vishnu had no answer to his question. He said, I don't have any answer, but I will take you somewhere who can give you answers, because he is beyond me as well. So what happened the very next moment? He took Adhik Maas with himself on the Garuda to Golok Vrindavan. He went to Golok Vrindavan. Now, I think this is the rarest of the rare event when Lord Vishnu himself is going to Golok Vrindavan along with Purushottam. When they reached there, they went inside the place where Lord Krishna is there with Srimati Radharani and all his gopis, and they glorified Lord Krishna. Lord Vishnu is glorifying Lord Krishna. And Purushottam is again grieving and crying and then asking for blessings from Lord Krishna. And then when Lord Krishna, because Lord Krishna is very compassionate towards the devotees. And Purushottam, the Adhik Maas was also devotee. He said, what is your problem? He said, everyone is abandoning me. So he said, don't worry. All other months have their demigods, empowered by other demigods. They are looking after it. But don't worry. I personally, myself, look after you. Whosoever will observe you, I will give him the same power. I will give him blessings personally, and you will have my own power. You have the authority to give them blessings which I can give. So that month got the name as Purushottam. Okay, so Purushottam Maas ki Jai. So by this way, Purushottam month got empowered by the same blessings, same power, same as Krishna himself. That's why it is that powerful even than Kartik month, even powerful than the other months. Even Margshish, Vesak, all the months are not that much powerful. Although we observe each and every month, but this is more powerful, most powerful. So Lord Krishna suggested again that now you know why I am saying that Purushottam month is powerful, you should observe that. So they said, okay, but how can we are not satisfied. And they said, I know, and why we are suffering. Said, I will tell you one more story. Lord Krishna said to Yudhishthir, he said, I will tell you the story of Draupadi. Draupadi is there, right? So they got to know about Purushottam month. Now they are explaining more about the glories of Purushottam month. Lord Krishna himself will tell the glories of Purushottam month. How someone can observe this and how they will get benefited. So he said, in the previous life, Draupadi was a daughter of one Brahmin. Okay. Draupadi was the daughter of one Brahmin called as Medhavi. So she was born at the lineage of Medhavi Rishi, but her mother died at the very initial age, when she was very young. So her father raised her, and she was very beautiful, she was very intelligent. And her father, when she became, a teenager, and when she was growing, she saw and observed her friends who were getting married and who were very happy in their life. So she also wanted to get married. Draupadi wanted to, in her previous life, wanted to get married. So her father was also worried for her marriage. So he was always going here and there for getting the perfect match or the groom for her daughter, the previous birth of Draupadi. But he was not able to get or fetch any guy, good groom for her daughter. So what happened? One day he fell ill during the traveling, and when he came back, he left his body. But because he was also a very great devotee of the Lord, he remembered Krishna at the time of death and he went to Golok Vrindavan. But Draupadi, or the daughter of Medhavi Rishi, she was very much sad and deeply grieved that now I am orphan. I don't have my father, I don't have my mother. Who will look after me? Now everyone will abandon me. Because generally in the Shastras, scriptures, it is being mentioned that women should always be under the shelter of someone else. Like when she is born, they are in the shelter of their parents. When a father is not there, they can be under the shelter of their elder brother. When they are married, they are under the shelter of their husbands. And when husband is not there, they are under the shelter of their elder son, if he is there. So it is being recommended like that for the protection of women. So, but she thought there is no one to look after me. Now, how will I get married? So she was always thinking about this, and she became very thin, she became very weak. So what happened? One day, Durvasa Muni came there. And Durvasa Muni came there just to bless this girl. So when he went there, she served Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni is a great sage. Durvasa Muni is a great sage. And he said, why you are so sad? She said, I want to get married. And he said, okay, you can get married, just observe the month of Purushottam. So she said, what is Purushottam month? He said, Purushottam month is the extra month which comes after 32 months. And very powerful, Lord Krishna blessed that month himself. And you can achieve wherever you want to go, and you can get whatever you want. She said, how some month can be that powerful? Even then, how some month can be powerful than even Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma or Lord Indra or Lord Ganesha, who are maintaining this world. She was thinking that way. So she couldn't get that much trust on the words of Durvasa Muni. So Durvasa Muni, although he's a sage who is famous for giving Shrap or the bane, right? In English it's called as bane. Curse. So but because he knew that she doesn't have anyone, and he knew that she's a daughter of very great sage, so he didn't curse her, but he said, if you will not follow this month, you have to face the challenges and you will not get any husband in this life. Then what she did, she was again very sad. Then she started austerity for Lord Shiva, and for thousands of years, 9,000 years, she did austerity for Lord Shiva just to please him. So Draupadi in her previous life did austerity for 9,000 years just to get, not Krishna Prem, just to get husband. So when after 9,000 years Lord Shiva appeared and asked, like, what do you want? I'm pleased. She said, I want husband, I want husband, I want husband, I want husband, I want husband. 5 times she said. Lord Shiva said, so be it, so be it, so be it, so be it, so be it. You will get 5 husbands in one life. She said, is it like you are giving me a boon or you are giving me a curse? Because a lady, if she will have 5 husbands, she will not considered good. He said, no, you will be considered pure. You are a great devotee in your previous birth, and you will be blessed. Don't worry, you will be taken care. She said, what about this life? Lord Shiva said, in this life you will not get husband. So rest of her life she was again sad, and she died later. And then now, but because of the blessings of Durvasa Muni and Lord Shiva, you are born as Draupadi, and you are not normally born. You are born of Yajna. That's why her other name was Yajna Seni, because she was born from Yajna along with her brother called as Drishtadyumna. So Lord Krishna said, because in previous life you didn't follow the Purushottam month, you didn't understood the benefits of Purushottam month, you had to suffer all this, and you had to take one more life, you had to take care of 5 husbands, and you all are also suffering because you never followed or you never observed the Purushottam month. So now I am giving you all a chance to follow the Purushottam month. Okay? So that is the glories of Purushottam month, which Lord Krishna is explaining to Pandavas, which Narayan Rishi explained to Narad Muni, and which Narad Muni explained to Ved Vyas, which Vyasadev explained to Suta Goswami, and Suta Goswami recited that to Shaunakadi Rishis. Understood? Everyone understood? But still, Shaunakadi Rishis asked, like, we need more glories of Purushottam month so that it will be more authentic and it will be more verified that someone observed this Purushottam month and got more blessings. Okay? So, again, Suta Goswami is reciting one more story in the continuation, which Narad Muni heard from Narayan Rishi, which is a story of King Drindava. So, he said there was a kingdom called as Hare, in which there was a king named Chitradharma. He was very intelligent, wise and everything. He was very great king. And he went for, he got a son. This Chitradharma king got a son called as Drindava. Okay, whose story we will be hearing now. And even Drindava was very intelligent, very pious, very great king, but they were not devotees. Okay, so even when Chitradharma left this world, he got the blessings, and Drindava was always hearing about that I am having something which is incomplete in my heart. So what happened? He went for hunting in forest one day, and in the forest when he was for hunting, he saw one parrot, and that parrot was saying, like, you should know about your soul, you should know knowledge about soul and how you can go out of this material world. You should focus on that knowledge. And after hearing that, he got that I have to inquire about this knowledge, how I can get liberated from this cycle of birth and death. So he was having that question in his mind, and he went to his kingdom back, and in his palace he was very much disturbed by hearing that how can I get that knowledge by which I can get liberated. Then after some time, a very great sage Valmiki came there, and Valmiki Rishi told about the glorious pastimes of Purushottam month to him, and then he also followed the Purushottam month, and then what happened? He also got liberated from this material world, the cycle of birth and death. So there is Suta Goswami told about this story as well, that even that king, after hearing the pastimes of after hearing the glories of Purushottam month, when he observed this month, he got liberated. And by observing this, anyone can get liberated. So what happened? The other rishis, Shaunakadi rishis, again asked for more stories. They want to hear more about this glories of Purushottam. Then they said, okay, I will tell you one more story. That again there was one Brahmin called as Sudev Brahmin, and he was married with a lady called as Gautami, who was the daughter of Gautam Rishi. There are Sapta Rishis. Among those Sapta Rishis, there is one Gautam Rishi. So the daughter of Gautam Rishi and Ahilya is Gautami. She was married to that Sudeva Brahman, and they didn't have any child. So they didn't have any child. So they wanted to get the child. So what they decided? They decided that we will do austerity to please Lord Vishnu, so that we can get a son. So they did austerity for thousands of years, and after 4,000 years, Lord Vishnu appeared along with Garuda Dev. And Lord Vishnu said, I am pleased by your austerity, what you want? So they said, we want a son. But Lord Vishnu said, I'm really sorry, because of your previous karmas, you both cannot get a son even for next 7 lives. So they were shocked, and again Sudev Brahmin started crying and grieved and very sad and fallen into the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu that I really need a son, I really need a son. But Lord Vishnu said, you cannot get. And then Gautami, the wife of that Brahmin, said, consoled her husband that please don't get worried if Lord is saying that something good is there. But by seeing the grief of that Brahmin, Garuda Dev became very compassionate towards the Brahmin, because devotees are very compassionate. So as Garuda Dev. So Garuda Dev said, oh my dear Lord Vishnu, please give him the boon that they will get the son. Lord Vishnu said, sorry, I cannot interfere his karmas. But if you want to give boon, you have all the power. You are my pure devotee. If you give him the boon, they will get the son. If you want, you can. Then Garuda Dev give the boon to both of them that you will get the son. So but he said, but you will get the happiness for your son, but you have to suffer as well because of your son. So then they both went, and then after 10 months, they got a son. They got a son. Son was very beautiful, intelligent, very knowledgeable, and a devotee as well. But what happened? They got to know that our son will die at the age of 12. So they both became very sad. That's the same thing which Garuda Dev said, that you have to feel sadness as well. So what happened? They again wanted to save his son. So someone suggested them about Purushottam month. So what they did is, when their son died, they didn't remember about Purushottam month, but luckily it was Purushottam month, and they were with the body of their son, and they were grieving, and because of that grief, whole month passed, and they didn't even eat or drink anything, just in the grief, and unknowingly they did the fasting of Purushottam. And just by pleasing of that unknowing fasting, Lord again blessed them with, they said, your son will live for 12,000 years now. He was only here for 12 years, but now he will live for 12,000 years. So they got their son's longevity as well, just by unknowing observance of Purushottam. So that is the power of Purushottam. Then again they wanted to hear one more story. Do you all want to hear one more story? One short story? Okay, but I will tell. First, I want to know how many stories we have recited till now. 3. Okay, which was the first one? Anyone want to tell? Not whole story, just tell us the first story.
4 story.
Huh?
Yeah, 4 story.
Okay, 4 story, which is the first one? Lord Krishna explaining about how Purushottam month was appeared and went to Golokha.
Correct.
Second story was Draupadi. Yes, correct. How Draupadi had to suffer because she didn't observe the Purushottam month. She had the chance. Third story is
This one.
about the
Sudev Brahmin.
Drindava king.
Yeah, sorry.
Fourth story is this Sudeva Brahmin. Now Drindava, who heard about his question, like how we can get liberated from this material world, from the parrot, right? So he got to know from one rishi that parrot was the same this son who lived for 12,000 years, who went to Golok, came back to tell the Drindava that ask about this question because in your last life you didn't follow properly, follow this. So these stories are also linked. Okay. So Drindava king, how he got that mercy? He got that mercy because of the previous life, because of the son who got mercy from Krishna, who followed the Purushottam month. So now we will take one more story in short. There was one Brahmin, Kadarya Brahmin. So all the stories which I am reciting is from Brihad Naradiya Puran. Okay, and that is a conversation between Suta Goswami and other rishis. Okay, so there was one Kadarya Brahmin. Kadarya means greedy. That was not the real name of that Brahmin. The real name of that Brahmin was Chitra Sharma. Because he was very greedy. He always going to the people asking for money, asking for donations, asking for penances, like give me this, give me that. So people named him as Kadarya. So he had a lot of money, but he was always hiding his money and always living in a very like a poor, not proper clothes, always asking for money, begging on the streets here and there. So what happened? People of that kingdom got to know about him wherever he was living. People knew about him that he is always asking for money. So what happened? Now he thought he will go to the forest and he will ask for the money from the forest. So he went to the forest where one of his friend was staying. So he went to the forest and asked his friend for help. Please help me, I don't have anything to eat. Please give me some money. I don't have any money. So his friend, after getting some compassion for him, he said, okay, I have this fruit orchard. Be here, eat fruits if you want. Look after this fruit orchard. We will give you some money because this belongs to one king. And I will pay you one salary. He became very happy. Now he have everything to eat. Now he will get the money. So what he started doing? He started selling the fruits and telling his friend that there is no fruit, only animals are eating the fruits, birds are eating the fruits, and rest all fruits which are not good, I am eating them. So there is no fruit to sell. But he is selling illegally. And he was accumulating wealth more and more and more and more and hiding the wealth. So what happened with time? That he became very weak because he was old and he died. So he went to, if someone like him dies, what happens? Where do they go? Do they go to Vaikuntha? Where do they go? Naraka or Yamlok. First they have to go Yamlok. Then they will go to Naraka. So they went to Yamlok. Yamduta took him and Yamduta beaten him all the way. Like whosoever will go to Yamlok, they will be beaten for 11 months for all of their journey. So he was also beaten. And then Chitragupt, who has all the book of all the karma for everyone, he said, like, you did so many bad things. You always had that greed. You always did this dhoka. What is dhoka in English? You betrayed others. You said you lied to others. So what will happen? You have to go in ghost life. You have to become ghost. And you have to become monkey for 1000 years. Vanar. You have to become Vanar for 1000 years. Because Vanar wants everything, right? They want to snatch things. So what happens? He became Vanar. So he became ghost, couldn't eat anything, then he became Vanar in his life. So when he became Vanar, what happens? He was very big, but he got diseased in his mouth because of his karmic reactions. So he was in the fruit orchard, wanted to eat the fruits, but because of his disease in the mouth, he couldn't eat the fruits. He became his disease became that worse that he became very, very weak. And one day, what happens? He was crossing the river in that orchard or in that forest, trying to pluck the fruits. He was always plucking the fruits and destroying them, even in the life of monkey. So, because sometimes, even after life, our bad things, anarthas, are always with us. So, because he couldn't eat anything, he got slipped from the tree and got fallen on the ground. And unknowingly, when he fallen on the ground, that was a time of Purushottam. And that was the last 5 days of Purushottam. And he couldn't, stood up and go anywhere, he had to fast for 5 days. And after 5 days, he regained some energy, and he tried to stood up, and he got fallen into that pond or river there, and he took the bath. And when he took the bath again, he continued his fast. So Lord gave him the benefit of bathing in all the sacred rivers, because in the Purushottam month he bathed in the Brahma Muhurat. He did this fasting for 5 days. So he got the mercy, and when he left his body after the 5th day, the Lord himself sent the Vahan, or the what do we say Vahan in English? Carriage from Golok Dham along with some devotees took him to Golok. So that is the power of fasting in this Purushottam month and observing this Purushottam month. So the scriptures suggest, I will finish those stories here. The scriptures suggest whatever is our capacity, we should try to follow in this month. I wanted to recite all those stories, not to bore you or to confuse you, just to share all those glories, all those glorious stories of Purushottam month and what happened with all those people who observed that, which is mentioned in the Purushottam Mahatmya. Okay. So it is also being said that the power, great power of Krishna, which is there in this Purushottam month, we can't even understand even with those stories, because it is beyond that. This is very, very, very less, mere power which we have seen. So whatsoever we can do, if we are not chanting, we should start chanting. We should give some donations, do some charity, distribute some prasad. If we don't wake up early, we should try to wake up early. If we can fast, we should fast for 30 days. If we cannot fast for 30 days, we can fast for 5 days. If we cannot fast for 5 days, we should fast for at least 2 Ekadashis, which falls in Purushottam month. Even if we cannot fast for 2 Ekadashis, try for 1 Ekadashi. At least we can try for 2 actually. And if we can try for 5 days fasting as well in the end, we can do like Vishnu Panchak in Kartik. So that is all those things which we can do in this Purushottam month. In all those classes we always get philosophies. Today we got all those stories, all those pastimes of the Purushottam month. So there are many things which we can do. But few of them are like reciting that verse which we recited in the beginning. Govardhan Dharam Mande Gopika Gopala Gopika. Sorry, I forgot. Govardhan Dharam Mande Gopalam Goparupinam Gokulaksam Isharam Govindam Gopikapinam. So these words we can recite every day. We can chant. If how many of you are not chanting on the beats yet? Those who doesn't have chanting. माला किसके पास नहीं है? Okay. So those who don't have chanting beads, we have some chanting beads in the restaurant. You can get one for you, and you can start chanting this holy month. If you will do 1 round, you will get benefit of 1,000 rounds. So try to do that. And also we can recite few auspicious glories of the Lord, which are like Chaurashtakam, Achyuta Ashtakam, Jagannath Ashtakam. Also, the name Purushottam, we didn't touch that part actually. Purushottam is also the name of Lord Jagannath. So many people travel to Jagannath Puri as well, or worship Lord Jagannath, or recite Jagannath Ashtakam as well, because the Jagannath Puri is also called as Purushottam Kshetra. The Kshetra of Purushottam means Lord Jagannath, means Lord Krishna. So I will stop here. Now we will have also, yes, one more thing. Offering a ghee lamp is also a very great thing to do in this holy month. If we are not doing Aarti every day, offering ghee lamp every day, we can come to temple. We have that facility. Every evening we have lamp offerings. And even today, after Aarti, we will have lamp offering. Please get this opportunity to offer the lamp. So we will stop here. If anyone has any question, we can take some question. Else, we will move. Anyone has any question? Any doubt? Yes, sir. Yes, we can recite the 15th chapter of Bhagavad-gita as well, which is Purushottam. Yes, sir. I can't hear you, Mataji. Yes.
I don't know the word, but
Hindi, you know word in Hindi? Okay, how we should not be like him?
yeah,
Or how we should preach to those people who are greedy?
yeah, have to like preach to those people that
Okay.
but they won't listen because they are at high position than us.
You know, in Kali Yuga, we have all those kind of people, even not in different people, in one as well. We should say, like, we all have that tendency. Like in case of Draupadi, she wanted to have husband. She didn't wanted to follow the Guru. She wanted to follow his own mind, right? In another story, they wanted to have son, even though their karma doesn't give them. In another story, he was greedy, right? So we took all those stories so that we should understand that we should not behave like that. Otherwise, we have to suffer. They had suffered, right? They suffered a lot, people. I just recited those stories in very short. If we want to read those stories in detail, I have one book, Purushottam or Purushottam Maas. It's in Hindi. Who all can read Hindi and understand Hindi? So I have one book. It is written by. It's not because it's written by my. Actually, it's written by Padmaradha Mataji, who is my sister. I'm not recommending that book because it was written by my sister. Because I think this is the first of a kind book for Purushottam Maas in ISKCON, which is describing all the stories in detail as it is from Brihadanaradiya Purana. So they have different chapters explaining all these stories, even few extra as well, which I didn't do. Those who can read, please contact me. I can share the book with you. There is no charge. It's PDF version book. You can read. There are all the bhajans as well. All the this Jagannathashtakam and Achyuta Ashtakam and Chaurashtakam is also there. So there's that book is what we need totally in this Purushottam. Whosoever want, they can approach me. But that is in Hindi. She will translate in English maybe by next Purushottam. Yeah, we can do chat GPT on our own if you want.
Can I ask you something?
Just I'll finish. So Mataji, just to preach all those kind of people, we should give them prasad, invite them to temple. They will be treated to their disease. They are diseased actually. They all are anarthas actually. What are the anarthas? Kam, krodh, lobh, moh, mal, matsar. In English, lust, anger, greed, fear, proud, delusion. In English, I am a bit weak. So maybe you have understood, right? So greed is one of those anarthas. So if they will come to temple, take association of devotees, follow the process, then they will gradually be freed from that. Even maybe we will also be freed from that. We are also struggling. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, so we keep saying that if we do good in Purushottam Maas, the benefit of it goes 1,000 times. Would that also be on the flip side? So if someone does something bad, would the impact of that also be 1,000 times bad?
See, if someone will do bad, they have to suffer anyhow. Okay? Whether it's 1,000, 10, 1 or whatsoever, they have to suffer. That Brahmin was very greedy. He was asking for money. He was not killing anyone. But nowadays people are killing other living entities. So they have to suffer anyhow. So it's a calculation of Lord and his associates, how they will take that in their account. But what we should focus on is the benefit. Also, those who doesn't know about the benefit of this month, we should approach them and request them nicely and humbly to do something good so that their life can also be blessed with the mercy of Purushottam. That should be our approach. But yes, if we can get 1,000 times benefit, we could have to suffer 1,000 times as well. But that is for Krishna. We will look after it. Any other question? Anyone? Okay. So, Purushottam ki Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maiya ki Shri Radha Govinda Bhagwan ki Shri Shri Panchatattva Bhagwan ki Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Riyatnadya Pran ki Jai Gaur Premanande. Thank you everyone. Yes, Prabhu, any question? Okay, so now we will have, we can be seated. Anupam Prabhu will be asking 2 questions, very easy question. Prabhuji, will you ask question from these stories?
Prabhu, no.
Okay, some other easy question, maybe stories but very difficult.
Oh, that's a mic.
Sir, Damodar Ashtakam, we can decide that as well, but Chaura Ashtakam, Jagannath Ashtakam, see, we can decide all. Because all these Ashtakam is for glories of Krishna. 15 verse or 15 chapter of Bhagavad-gita. Daily, 10 times in a day, 5 times in a day, whatsoever we possible. We should try daily. Here, maybe we will only recite Ashtakam. Yes, but we have morning programs, Mataji. Are we reciting Bhagavad-gita verse as well? Every day in the morning? But few verses, even Gajendra Moksh Stuti, that is also very powerful for this one. All these stutis, all these Ashtakam are not for some ritual. It's for us to glorify Lord knowingly or unknowingly and to get the mercy and blessings which are invested, which are there in these powerful mantras. That is the thing. Yes, sir.
Prabhuji, thank you very much. On behalf of I have 2 questions to ask. And I have been doing this for about 11 months solo, except 2 weeks. Now I have a group.
A bit closer.
I have a group of 4 people in the sharing now.
Will you take this?
Yeah.
A bit closer.
Can you hear me now? No?
Yeah, can hear you.
Hello? Yeah, okay. So, it lightened my burden a little, which is good. And so the first I wanted to thank them for the question. And now I will continue to ask the question. Who is the father and mother of Parikshit Maharaj? Sorry. Who is the father and mother of Parikshit?
So that is the first question, Prabhuji.
First question, yeah.
Who is the father and mother of Parikshit Maharaj? We discussed in the starting, right? Parikshit Maharaj. So who is the parents? Who are the parents of Parikshit Maharaj? One who will give right answer, they will get gift.
You have to put your hands up. In case 2 people, in case 2 people answer the same.
Experienced people. Yes. Take hand from your husband.
And not to Google, and you're not to ask other friends around you for the answer.
Yes. Try. Arjun was related but not father. Grandfather.
Yeah. Abhimanyu.
Abhimanyu and mother.
There's one thing you have to do. When you open the seal, you have to read at least 1 page a day. Otherwise, I'll take the book back.
No, otherwise Prabhuji will take 10 books from you.
Yeah. And make you pay with it. Second question. In the Kaurava army, one brother joined the Pandavas. What is his name? From the Kaurava army, one brother joined the Pandavas. What is the name of the person?
Maybe difficult. Do you have any other question?
No, we have to try that.
Okay. Anyone know this?
Anybody know the answer?
Yes. Vikarana.
No.
From which was the who was that brother who joined from Kauravas to Pandavas side?
Yeah. That's what we no.
Prabhuji and Mataji, I translate in Hindi. कौरवों का कौन सा भाई था जो कि पांडवों में जाके मिल गया? Not Pandavas brother to Kauravas. It's Kauravas brother to Pandavas. No. Who said
I don't want to answer.
Who said
I don't want to answer. And Ishani, don't tell us.
No,
You
Ishani
might know it.
maybe this Prabhu.
Yes.
Yujutsu?
Thank you very much. Come on,
Yujutsu. You want to give to someone?
Yeah.
Fine on your own.
Put your hands up. Who wants it? Who wants to speak?
Who doesn't have
Bhagavad-gita?
Who doesn't have Bhagavad-gita?
Condition is you have to read every day.
Every day you must read one page. Okay? The moment you thank you very much, all of you. Thank you.
Sorry. Jai Prabhu. कृष्णा माता जी कैसे हो?
ठीक हो आप?
बस माता जी बढ़िया।
शायद ऑनलाइन होता है शाम को।
Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Krishna Jaya Radha Govind, Radha Govind, Radha Govind, Jaya
Ashani, will you blow one?
His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Guru Vaishnava Vrinda ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shamakand Radhakand Giri Govardhan ki, Vrindavan Dham ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Jamuna Maya ki, Ganga Maya ki, Tulsi Devi ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki, Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki, Atmadanga Transcendental Book Distribution ki, ISKCON Ireland ki, Ko Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shishi Guru Angona.
Hare Krishna. We can come in and we can sit down for Nursing Aarti, and then let go. So please come in. We have one wonderful news to share with you all. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Please come in, please come in. Please come, yeah, please come. Please settle down. You know which month is now? Purushottam month, yes. So, in the end, I told you about one thing. This Purushottam month is also dedicated to So Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maya ki. So one of the biggest festivals of Dublin and Cork is coming. Hari Bol! What is that festival? Yes. So Shri Rath Yatra Mahamahotsav ki. So on 26th of July we will have Dublin Rath Yatra. Dublin Rath Yatra ki. Dublin Rath Yatra ki. And more details will be shared by Manu Prabhu. I would like to request you all for praying to Shri Shri Panchatattva, to pray to Shri Shri Panchatattva for our today's sponsor. Shama Mataji has sponsored today's prasad for seeking blessings for her father, on memory of her father. So he's already in service of Krishna, so we will pray to Shri Shri Panchatattva and Shri Shri Radha Govinda that wherever he is in service of Krishna. Okay, let's pray together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Kirtan. So let's chant 3 times Hari Bol for them. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! If someone would like to sponsor any Sunday's prasad, we still have few spots. So please contact us for the month of June. Okay? Hare Krishna. Prabhuji will share more about Rath Yatra in other cities as well. And one more thing. Hare Krishna.
There's not so much more news about Rath Yatra, except that it is on the 26th, which is on a Sunday. It's about 2 months away, and then we have on the day before we have the Rath Yatra in Belfast as well. So we have the big cart coming over, 50-foot high carts, as you know. So get ready for it. And the following week, then in Cork, on the 1st of August as well. Anybody here from Cork? Anybody? Oh, there's one man there, I know, John. Mill Street in Cork, or near Mill Street. And also, just as anybody on, we'd like to get your support for that day as well, you know. I mean, it is a bit of a train journey down or a bus journey down, but it's only 20 euros there and back. But it's a powerful festival, and we're hoping to have an open park there as well, and we're going to distribute lots and lots of prasadam, you know, for Lord Jagannath prasadam. So that will be very, very auspicious because it's in a place where not so many. There'll be lots of other people there. It won't be just devotees there. There'll be lots and lots of people around, and this is what Lord Jagannath is really about. You know, he's coming out on a festival day specifically, you know, to give the incredible mercy to all the living entities. So this is a very important thing for us as well, because Krishna's in our heart, but when he sees us distributing, you know, his mercy to other people as well, that is it won't be a Purushottam a month, but it means that you'll be doing it, you make a vow now. It's a bit of a vow, but I would love if some people here would also agree to go down to Cork, because it's only in its beginning stages, and we want to really give it a great festival. So those are 3 days, 25, 26, Belfast, Dublin, and then in Cork the following weekend. Okay? Now I have one other thing. One gentleman helped me bring up that big box. Could somebody just lift that box? See, it's pretty heavy. Of course, it was written thousands of years ago. There's the Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyone have heard of the Bhagavad Purana? Everyone have heard? Well, we've just painted the temple room. You know, a little bit better than it was. But we have an empty bookcase there, because we only had older Bhagavatam sets. So in the month of Purushottam, I want to see will anybody please sponsor a Bhagavatam set. It actually costs 200 euros. It costs a little bit less, but it costs, we got them printed, so we had to take them over, bring them over, and we have them stored as well. But this Bhagavatam set, if anybody sponsors it, will be utilized here in the temple practically every day. So it is a very auspicious thing to do. So, you know, I'm leaving that opportunity to anybody who'd like to. One sponsor, Hare Bol! You know how much it is, don't you? You know how much it is? Yes. Oh, you do? Okay. Does everybody know?
No.
It's 200 euros. Yeah.
You will sponsor Mataji 200 euros?
Sounds great. But actually,
If somebody wants to share, they can, but I can.
well, I've got an even better idea. If somebody wants to also sponsor a set, we can actually, you know, yeah, we do that as well. No, but we can actually distribute a set on this month as well if anybody wants to. You know, it means that we're giving this knowledge to others. So I just thought I'd ask anyway. Did anyone else would like to have a set? Because I only have 2 more sets downstairs, but the rest are in storage, which we're hoping to get here within a couple of weeks' time. But would anyone else like to sponsor a set? Oh, Happy Krishna! That's 2 sets. We've only got 1 set left. Ready? Why didn't I say 5 sets? Why did I say 2?
Can you name all 3 groups so that everyone knows?
Okay. Your name?
Pushjin.
Krishna Kumar, will you take it on your machine as well? Okay. Neha as well. Haribol, Neha. And Krishna as well. Haribol. Big Haribol for everybody. I have one last request though. Can you see what's that book there? Can you hold it up? It's the golden edition of Bhagavad-gita. And that actually costs €8, but I'm asking if somebody could sponsor. Every Friday we have a Bhagavad-gita class here, and last Friday 2 new people came, and they so much liked the class that they bought the last 2 new Bhagavad-gitas that I had. So I'm trying to fill that top row there with 10 Bhagavad-gitas, and I was just wondering, would anybody like to sponsor 1 Bhagavad-gita or more? It costs €10. 5 sponsoring there. Thank you so much, Kirtan. So that there's 5 more to sponsor. Would anyone like to sponsor 1 or 2? Or anyone? And Krishna Kumar here, he has the card machine as well. So very important.
Tap as hard as you can.
Tap, yes. Anybody else? No? 1 more. Okay. 4. Okay, 3, 2, brilliant. Sorry? 1, okay. 2, okay, we've got it. Thank you so much. So, I've got the 10 sets. I'm going to put them in here a little bit later on, and then we'll be downstairs and we can just give the 10 euros. That's fantastic. And there is a little profit on that €10 because they actually cost 8, but it's kind of hard to get €8 when you know. But the extra €2 will go towards. What's there? What does it say in the wall? Just here, the new Dublin Eco Project. So we are. And I'm kind of getting fed up saying this, but we're actually so close. We're just purchasing the land, but we haven't waited. You know, I just wanted to tell people that we're not waiting around. Today, probably in 2 weeks' time, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
We were going to do the presentation, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We just had a meeting with our architects today, and they're after unveiling what the project is actually going to be like. Now. In 2 weeks' time, we're going to open it up as well to people to have to just to give an opinion. Now, there's 2 things that are going to happen. Maybe we'll get some feedback from that we can change the plan a little bit, But secondly, is that we're going to have to bring it down to the planners, and they can change it a lot. Anybody ever dealt with planners before? They can be pretty awkward guys, So we're trying to hope there's no planners here in the room, isn't there? But they can be, but we want to go through with a very strong proposal. So in about a couple of weeks' time, we can at least show you the outline of what it's going to look like, and it is pretty amazing. I can tell you that. Dublin in the next 10 years is going to see an incredible building, a beautiful temple, community hall, Sunday school, yoga hall, library, Govinda's restaurant, Goshala. Growing, all of these things are all happening.
Guest house.
Guest house, yeah. Yeah, that would be a big one. If we can get a guest house going, that'd be incredible. But anyway, the community hall also can be used for all types of things like weddings and whatever, So it's going to be an incredible place, basically. So anyway, that's just to say that anything that went on in the extra, the €2 and all those 10 Bhagavad-gitas will go towards that. Okay, thank you so much, Hare Krishna. So we're going to ask, I just need to sing the prayers, and then afterwards we can go down for Prasadam. Haribol.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste
Bhagavan ki Jai, Lord Maharaj ki Jai, Guru Premanande.
So now we will have lamp offering and Saurashtakam. So we shared Saurashtakam warnings last week in the group. If anyone wants link, shall we share again? Saurashtakam. We can even Google it. We shared in the morning as well, okay? So we can access to that link which was shared in the morning in the WhatsApp group. Is there someone who is not in WhatsApp group? Okay, we can add you. You can contact us. We have link, but we can still add you. Vraje prasidham navanita chauram gopangananam chadukula chauram. Vraje prasidham navanita chauram gopangananam chadukula chauram. Anika janmarjita papa chauram Sauraganyam Purushottam Namami. Aneka janmarita bhavachoram Sauraganyam Purushottam Namami. Shri Adhikaya Hridayasya Choram Namam Buddha Shamal Kanti Choram. Shri Adhikaya Bhagavad-gita
You want to do Achyuta?
Krishna he pralaya koti satantarepi Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
अंदर ब्लू वो ब्लू कलर का है हाँ
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We will have some people as well. Those who are not more interested in prasad, they can be here at the Kirtan. Those who are hungry, they can go for prasad. There you go.
Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
stay and wait the prasadam, we can only stay. Otherwise, prasadam will be served till 7:30. So, Hare Krishna, you can do good also. जय श्री पंचतत्व भगवान की जय, श्री राधा भगवान की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, हरि बोल। Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna